Good morning, Aries. This is your tarot reading for the week of September 22nd through the 29th. This is Monday, September 22nd. I'm Kat. This is Tarot with Kat. Welcome and welcome back. I do readings every Monday for all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and earth signs, which would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And then on Wednesdays, I do readings for all the air and water signs on Wednesday morning. So welcome to our channel. It's kind of a crazy month. We have a lot going on in September. Lunar eclipse, solar eclipse. For you right now, Aries, Mars in Capricorn, I think is fueling your ambition and it's sharpening your focus on your career goals. You're just going to have to be careful of burnout. Especially after the 23rd, what's happening with energies, you might start feeling a little burnout. So you got to make sure you're doing like all that self-care. So let's see what your tarot cards have to say this week. This is the weekly reading for the week of September 22nd through the 29th for Aries. All right. I am using the Pamela Waite deck, 100 Centennial Smith Waite deck. And we'll have shuffled these up, and I think this is you, Aries, this week, this night, this Ace of Swords is what is coming up as you. Gosh, victory, major new actions, thoughts, ideas, not so much actions, but more just new ventures. Yes, that is what's representing you this week. Crossing you as your obstacle or your challenge this week is a Seven of Wands. Below you in your subconscious tool chest here, we've got the High Priestess, our second major arcana. Stepping out of your immediate past this week, Aries, we've got Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's the Eight of Swords, not the Seven. Eight of Swords in our immediate past. Feeling a little trapped. Up here in your crowning area this week, Aries. Oh, nice. We've got a Six of Wands. Covered by the Seven of Wands, Six of Wands crowning you. Stepping into your immediate future this week, Aries, is the Knight of Cups. And then you in your environment this week, you have an Ace of Pentacles. There's another Ace, Ace of Pentacles. Your environment is giving you Page of Cups. Your hopes and fears spot right here has a Nine of Swords. And the final outcome this week, Aries, is a Nine of Pentacles. Very nice. So I'm kind of feeling like it's what we said with things fueling your ambition and things happening in your career and trying to move things forward as far as that goes. But it also may be kind of stressing you out a little bit. You have a lot of stuff going on. And like I said, you really are going to have to balance this out and not burn out and have some self-care. And I think this is what this whole reading is telling us. We'll get into it in a second. But first, let me draw our confirmation or clarification card from our holographic Rider-Waite deck that I like to use here. I like to pull one card. This is going to be a confirmation or further clarification. That one doesn't want to come out. Further clarification of our reading. So let's see. And it's that one right there. We will not look at that. We'll keep that covered till the very end. If at any point during this reading, this is all ringing true to you and you think you might know what further advice or further thing might be under this confirmation card, please do let me know down in the comment section below. All right, let's get into this reading. So this week, Aries, you are represented by an Ace of Swords. So this is all about thoughts, communication, new ideas. Aces in particular are a new beginning of something big. The Ace of Swords can also mean triumph and victory. And so that's what's representing you. You're really wanting to push ahead, like I said, ambition in your career and pushing things forward with that and and making things happen there like never before. The thing that is crossing you is this Seven of Wands. Now, wands are always work and action, and so you're going to have to be battling with some things coming up around this Ace of Swords idea that you're trying to push forward and make happen and move up and go further. You're going to have to deal with this Seven Wands. So you may feel like you're getting attacked from all directions and having to deal with all the stuff that you don't see where it's coming from. You are above it all. That's important to remember. And remember that the 7 is associated with the Chariot, which is all about taking the reins, so to speak, and keeping things balanced out while charging forward to make forward progress in something. And so that's kind of what's happening here with these wands, is you're kind of battling things, but you're overcoming and you're going to succeed. But this is what is crossing you, are all these obstacles, these tasks and the work involved with whatever this thing is, the work involved with it that has to be done. You and your subconscious tool shed down here, though, Aries, this week, you're showing up as the High Priestess. And this is a deep part of you, which is the High Priestess is the second major arcana. She is all-knowing. There are no secrets from the High Priestess. She has a deep knowledge of the divine and of what God wants for you. She knows the hidden paths, hidden things, and it's also always a sign for you to trust your intuition. She's got the moon down here, and so this is all about listening to your gut, listening to your intuition. And so I think because this is down here in your subconscious tool chest, you've learned how to do this. You've practiced this, and you're good at this, and you have this. This is something that you have going for you, Aries, to use to your advantage. In your immediate past, you're just stepping out of this feeling of feeling trapped by swords, the 8 of Swords. She's surrounded by all these swords. She's blindfolded and tied, but her hands in her blindfold are tied very, very loosely. If she wanted to, she could take them off. She could shake them off and see her way out of this trap. It's almost a card of sometimes self-imposed imprisonment because you've chosen to be there, but you're feeling really trapped in your recent past, Aries. Crowning you up above you, what is sort of in your sort of ideal for your situation this week is the 6 of Wands, which is victory, it's celebration, it's triumph. It's not the end of the journey. It's getting through all your work and things and having some recognition for it, seeing that is bearing some fruit. And so I think that's why that is crowning you right now as your ideal, is you're hoping to see whatever this thing is. You want to see a victory and a triumph there. Okay. In your immediate future, we have a Knight of Cups stepping in here, with an offer of some sort of relationship or connection, emotional connection. Knights often represent people in your life who are young adults, or middle-aged people in your life. This could be a person that you're going to be meeting in the near future, that's coming across to you with an offer of a friendship or some sort of relationship. Not necessarily a romantic relationship, although it could be that. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. Remember that our tarot cards are genderless. So this could be a woman who embodies the spirit of the knight. Knights are people who move things forward, who are advancing to try to bring about victory, and help us reach our goals. And cups also, though, they're more inclined toward the emotions and the feeling. They're very emotional, expressive. So maybe this is somebody who comes into your life with an offer of friendship who might be able to help you in regards to this goal of yours, this Ace of Swords idea of yours. And so I think you're going to be meeting somebody here with this Knight of Cups energy in the very near future. Down here in your environment, Aries, this week, you are going to be feeling an Ace of Pentacles. So again, here's another ace. The very beginning of something. In Pentacles are an earth sign. They have to do with money and finances and financial security and things of this world. And so I think that you are feeling some inspiration for a new work idea, a new way to be promoted or get ahead, or a new business or something along those lines, because you're feeling the Ace of Pentacles, and you're represented by that Ace of Swords. So I feel like that's going on for you, Aries, right now. And then your environment is giving you a Page of Cups. You have quite a balance of Pentacles. You've got Wands, which is work. You got a lot of Cups, which is feelings and connections, but you got a lot of Swords also. You're represented by a sword. You're coming out of some feelings of being trapped. And then we got some Swords in your hopes and fears here. So this Page of Cups in your environment, this is a child or younger person, or another person with a very childish or immature young energy. Also, sometimes if I'm speaking to somebody who is like a grandparent or older, and this page comes up, it could be an older child if it's your child. So it doesn't have to be a child. It could be your child if you are an older person. But in your environment, there's this Page of Cups who's very whimsical and full of like kind of folly and a little bit, I don't want to say happy-go-lucky, I want to say full of fancy and fantasy, and he's got this little silly fish peeking out from the cup that he's holding up, and he's got this really flamboyant way of dress. So Pages of Cups often can sometimes be somebody who's a little bit, like I said, immature, silly, a little impetuous, bringing some sort of message though. Some sort of message into your life. I'm not sure what it's going to be regarding, but I'm seeing this young person in your environment around you this week, Aries. Your hopes and fears. You've got the Nine of Swords in your hopes and fears. So you're at the end of a cycle. You've just gotten out of this Eight of Swords situation where you felt so trapped. And I think you're fearing that you're going to be having a lot of things to think about, a lot of worries. This is the card of like stressful, sleepless nights because your brain is so busy and you have so much on your mind. So this is the card of anxiety. So I think you fear anxiety over whatever's coming into your life, whatever this Knight of Cups is bringing an offering, or this new venture thing that you're working on, that you're having to deal with a little bit of work and obstacles jumping up out of you from like different places you didn't see them coming from. I think you fear anxiety over all this because you don't like dealing with that anxiety, and we're feeling a lot of anxiety this week. I think just spiritually, energetically, because of what's happening planetarily. So that's in your fear section. But what is going to be the final outcome is not a Nine of Swords, but a Nine of Pentacles. So that's beautiful. Whatever you got going on, whatever this idea is, stick to it. Don't give up. Trust that intuition that you have down here in your tool shed. Also rely on your faith and your love and your what you notice about the High Priestess is she's a very religious woman. She's holding the Torah. She relies on those teachings and things too. So that will be an important support for you, Aries. So this Ace of Pentacles idea, this Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, is going to come in a final outcome of Nine of Pentacles, a wonderful just harvest of all of your work and all of your energies. You're going to get an abundant reward from it. She's got all this abundant reward. She's very comfortable. She's got all the pentacles there. And she's doing very well for herself. So that's a beautiful final outcome for you, Aries, this week as far as all of this goes. So now I'm wondering what our card will be under here as far as our confirmation card. I'm hoping it has something to do more to do with advice about this situation, this whatever this new business venture is, whatever this ambition is. I think it has to do with your career or career goals and finances more than love and relationships. Although there are some people here coming into your life, in your environment, in your near future with these cups that are bringing connection, emotional connection and love that you need getting through this stuff. So I'm very curious. Let's see what this confirmation card is, shall we? And so wow. So further confirmation beyond the 9 of Pentacles, they gave us the 10 of Pentacles, which is, it's beautiful. It's fulfillment, complete abundance, no lack whatsoever, all the things you need. Beautiful confirmation of this reading and what we just said, Aries. Yay, that's wonderful. If this rang true to you or not, I would love to hear from you. If you enjoyed the reading today, please be sure to hit that like button. And right here, this me on the lotus blossom right here, you could click that right there to subscribe to my channel. So subscribe right now so that next week's tarot reading pops right up for you. And thanks so much for visiting Tarot with Kat. I'll see you next week, Aries.